Welcome, everybody. This is a pop-up tribute to Walt Whitman, and I think you're going to enjoy this. The reason why I wanted to come on here today is because today, March 26th, celebrates the 132nd anniversary of Walt Whitman's death in Camden. And the thing about it is, I had visited that place. I visited Walt Whitman's home. I walked into the bedroom that Walt Whitman died in. And the reason why I wanted to do this, because if it wasn't for Walt Whitman, I poetry would have never found me the way it did. There were profound messages, not only in the poetry, but in his biography. And I had some incredible things that happened to me in this quest. But I am going to pause for a moment. I need to take care of a little tech issue. And then when I come back, I'm going to be reading Song of the Open Road. I'm going to give you a little bit more context on Walt Whitman and some of the polarity that was at play. I have a beautiful reprint here. Let me get this going. So I have a nice reprint here of Leaves of Grass, the 1855 version. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to take a little tech break here, and then you can stay on. TikTok's going to run live, but I just need to take care of something here. So just give me about a minute. All right, we're back again. If you just joined late, we're doing a little tribute to Walt Whitman. I have the original 1855, not the original reprint, a reproduction of the 1855 edition. So I'm going to share the poem, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about Walt Whitman and some of the impact. I'm not going to cover everything here today in this little tribute, but I assure you we'll hit on some really cool things and great perspective. So let me read this. This is one of my favorite excerpts, and it's so relevant right now. It's called Song of the Open Road. Here we go, everybody. Are you ready? Come on, let me know if you're ready. All right, let's do it. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Henceforth, I ask not for good fortune. I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content, I travel the open road. The earth, that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Still here, I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women, I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them. I will fill them in return. You road I enter upon and look around. I believe you are not all that is here. I believe that much unseen is also here. Hear the profound lesson of reception, nor preference nor denial, the black with his woolly head, the felon, the diseased, the illiterate person are not denied the birth, the hasting after the physician, the beggar tramp, the drunkard stagger, the laughing party of mechanics, the escaped youth, the rich person's carriage, the fop, the eloping couple, the early market man, the hearse, the moving of furniture into the town, the return back from the town. They pass. I also pass. Anything passes. None can be interdicted. None but are accepted. None but shall be dear to me. Let me jump ahead as we do this. I'm gonna, because it's a longer one, but let's where do I want to end this for you? Let me just read this. I'll read one more stanza here, and then we'll end it. You air that serves me with breath to speak, you objects that call from diffusion my meanings and give them shape, you light that wraps me and all things in delicate, equable showers, you paths worn in the irregular hollows by the roadsides, I believe you are latent with unseen existences. You are so dear to me. You flagged walks of the cities, you strong curbs at the edges, you ferries, you planks and posts of wharves, you timber-lined side, you distant ships. You rows of houses, you widow-pierced facades, you roofs, you porches and entrances, you copings and iron guards, you windows whose transparent shells might expose so much, you doors and ascending steps, you arches, you gray stones of interminable pavements, you trodden crossings. From all that has touched, you believe you have imparted to yourselves, and now would impart the same secretly to me. From the living and the dead, you have peopled your impassive surfaces, and the spirits thereof would be evident and amicable with me. There's so much to this poem. I'm going to end it right here, and maybe I'll do a version for you. I've already created it. And no, this is Walt Whitman. We're doing a tribute to Walt Whitman today, and I'm going to share with you a cool little story. So, to give you some context, Walt Whitman met Henry David Thoreau one time. And I just want to share what Thoreau said about Walt Whitman. Let's see. Here we go. I got it right here. I got the part where he's talking about him, but let's see. Here it is right here. So the two of them, they only met one time, and I'm actually pulling this from the Thoreau Society. And I'm just wanted to grab this little excerpt. I did not get far in conversation with him, two more being present. And among the few things which I chanced to say, I remember that one was in answer to him as representing America, that I did not think much of America or of politics, and so on, which may have been somewhat of a damper to him. Since I have seen him, I find that I am not disturbed by any brag or egoism in his book. He may turn out to be the least braggart of all, having a better right to be confident. He is a great fellow. So that's what Henry David Thoreau said about Walt Whitman. And what's interesting, there's another quote in here. Let me see if I can find it. Thoreau was 39 years old. Walt was 37. Both men, by literary standards, failures and relatively unknown. And they met What year did they meet? They met in 1856. So that was the year that they met. And that's a great little excerpt. And Walt Whitman, I just want to share, had it not been for Walt Whitman, I would have, poetry would have never found me the way it did. There was something about it that opened up something. And then this poetry, which I actually started to write before, and then through the work of Walt Whitman, something just unleashed inside. And so I've been sharing this. I wanted to share this today. It's the anniversary, the 132nd anniversary of Walt Whitman's death. And Song of the Open Road, which I just had here, is one of the most profound poems. It just speaks to you. Especially if you like to road trip, it just calls you. And let me see if I can just grab it. There's another excerpt in here, because it's actually pretty long. It's a longer poem. So if you just joined, we're just celebrating Walt Whitman today. So what I'll do is I'll create a little reel for everybody. I think I already have one, but I'll dig it up and I'll reshare it so you can see it. So celebrating Walt Whitman, 132 years ago, he died in Camden, and it's been an incredible journey. I have the original reproduction. It's a reproduction of Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. So thanks for being with me today. I've just shared you. I spent 19 years with the same Fortune 500 company. And in the middle of my best year, I quit. I walked away. I followed a calling. And at that time, poetry was not on my radar, not in the least. Although I had written some things, and then there was a poem called Jump that I wrote reflecting on my life change, reinventing my life. But I had no idea what was going to be opened. So I credit Walt Whitman to that. Amongst many others, but Walt Whitman was a major proponent, and I'm excited to share more with you. So thank you for being here today. I have some exciting things for you if you're looking to reinvent your life, if you're looking to reset. I'm going to be relaunching a great program that is going to help you, so stay tuned for that. But for now, have a fantastic, fabulous day. Maybe the open road is calling you. Well, if it is, perk up your ears and listen. Bye for now, everyone.